my dictation. This is something that I tell parents quite frequently, and I obviously have the ability to just cut and paste or take anything out that I don't want into my account just by highlighting and hitting my delete key. So that was an additional tag. It's very easy to do and very friendly on the practice to be able to close off their notes. At this point, my provider would actually probably sign his note, so we can hit provider signature and it'll put the provider's signature in there, as well as saying that it was electronically signed by and the date and time stamp that this was electronically signed. At this point, I hit my finish button and I'm sealing my note. I have one last option to go back and change, so I have this what we call summary of visit screen that pops up. From here, it's reminding me of the information that I'm sending over to the billing department. It's showing me the prescriptions that I have written. I also have the ability to send a task to my follow-up or a task to my checkout staff saying I need a follow-up in 2 weeks, and I of course would pre-build my own follow-up task, and I have default users or users that I can pick in my practice to send that message to, as well as I can prioritize any type of tasking. At the bottom of the screen, what you're going to see is that I could set up certain letters, and these are my referring doctor letters that go out. I can set up my favorite, or I can have multiple referring doctor letters depending on if I need to send different types of letters to different referring physicians. For example, I might send an endocrine doctor a different cover letter than my primary care physician. So I have the ability to attach that by provider and change the letters. So I have a cover letter that goes out, which is something that I can dictate or pre-build, and I can pre-build most of it and still dictate into it if I would like as well. Or if I like just my standard letter, then the next thing that I'm going to do is offer me to say add selected notes. And what this means is inside my Word document, I have the ability to attach bookmarks to say, I only want my chief complaint and my assessment and plan to go with this letter, instead of sending my complete note. Sometimes we get letters or electronic medical records that are sent to our office from other programs, and those programs will send you 5 or 6 pages. We don't need that. We really just want to see why they were coming in and what your assessment and plan was. And that information is what goes out with your referring doctor letter. So it makes it much easier on the physicians who refer patients to you. There's obviously other things that we can do, like fax that referring doctor letter. I can fax the referring letters and complete my note in the same step. So that's what I'm going to do, is hit my fax referring letter and complete note. At this point, the system is actually launching out and faxing that referring doctor letter out and completing my note for me. So it's a very simple process for the physicians to make sure that everything that they need to do to make their life better and faster is done, and it's actually completed for us. At this point, I'm going to talk about, just the other pieces to our electronic medical records. So I can look at past exams, I can go into unfinished exams. I also have a calendar, which I really didn't hit on, but I would like to show you a little bit about the calendar. I have the ability to see different providers on my calendar, to preset templates, or to actually see my patients that are scheduled by saying hide my templates and only show me my patients that are scheduled. Scheduling a patient is as simple as double-clicking on a spot, or actually right-clicking and saying to make a new appointment. Once a patient has an appointment out there, I can actually right-click on them and mark them as a no-show or a cancel, or I can check them in. Once I check them in, just like the physician had that summary screen, the front desk has a screen that helps them get their prior authorizations, launch out for eligibility verification. They can actually print any templates that they may have, which we have a category for check-in patients, so they can print encounter forms or face sheets or HIPAA forms or any financial forms that are necessary, as well as they get a view of the patient's past billing and any balance details so they can collect money appropriately. So checking in for the front desk is very good and complete as well. The other thing that we can do is actually move appointments. So if Drew called and said, I'm running late, but I do need to come in today, I can actually just drag and drop that appointment to, oh, that patient was already checked in, so I could drag and drop another appointment. Let's see if Aaron is. And I think I just checked him in. Darn it. So let's go find a new patient that we can book out here and show you how easy it is to move an appointment. So I can say what office that patient is coming into and what type of appointment it is. And I can also do recurring appointments very quickly. So if I need to say that a patient needs to be seen on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for the next 3 weeks, I could do that. But really, I'm just going to make this appointment and show you how easy it is to move an appointment from one time slot to another or one physician to another, as well as from one day to another, and it always tracks what's going on with that patient. So that was just a quick preview of how easy it is for your staff to be able to make changes, etc., to your calendar. So that kind of summarizes my account for today, realizing that in a very quick manner we were able to do their vitals and their histories. We were checking them in. We were moving them around our system. We could view their old paper charts. We could also go in and view labs and orders and other things like that as well. But it depends on what kind of patients that you're seeing. And then going into new exams, the customized, easy maneuverability for using Microsoft Word and helping our physicians and providers getting their business done in a timely manner. And don't forget how good our microphones work, having nuance embedded into our program. It's very accurate and customizable by tags or your own voice macro commands to get that information into your system. So thank you, and we look forward to doing business with you again soon.